happened, and I lived it because I was working with Chuck back then in White Springs, Florida. When it all happened, I saw people take his parking spot, forced off the air, and then Jim Hightower, leftist loony liberal in Washington, ended up taking his time period, and they ran the radio network to the ground, the union, the UAW, the United Auto Workers, under the direction of Hillary Rotten Clinton. Oh, funny thing about Hillary Rotten Clinton, it's not funny. She was ranting about the 15 or 20 stars that she has for her Clinton Foundation, that how trustworthy they are, and that they're not under investigation, which actually they still are, from foreign money, foreign donations, still lying through her teeth. And he said, it's amazing how you can appropriate the money to people you deem fit to deserve that money, that very little goes towards them, as you're padding your own pocketbook with. Remember, they were broke when they left the White House, and now they're worth, God, hundreds of millions of dollars. That's not from books, folks. Some from some book deals, some from some other speaking endeavors. Oh, and some in Russia. Oh, that's another story. But Chuck was a pretty big deal. And I remember those days, and a lot of you do. And Chuck is still alive in a nursing home, but bedridden. He doesn't have the mic, doesn't have the prestige, but we honor him because we still love him for his contribution to warning us about all sorts of things that happen to us, for better or for worse. Let us know the inconsistencies and how the government covered up so many different things with NATO and the Oklahoma City bombing. And these weren't just looking for a conspiracy or a smoking gun. These were researched with investigators, and Chuck just spent a lot of money making sure that he got the story right. And it was neat to work with a guy like that. And you can still read his book, Death Trap, Oklahoma City. You can still find that book. Look on Amazon. And his other book, it escaped me the other day, and it's still on Amazon, whatever the highest star you can get. It's called Will We Ever Learn? Inside Fixing the USA. Charles Harder, the man who sees tomorrow. And he literally had that title, my friend. He knew a little of everything. From safety, you talk about safety issues, talked about China, and how they're ripping us off. Sound familiar? Remember NAT and GAFTA, two agreements which hollowed out a former valiant nation. Bill's still with us, and experts tell us that he has taken in $88 million personally since he left the White House, and that was several years ago. Sickening for we Americans now learning of what damage that he did to our country, learning about free trade and financial ruin. Bill got it right. It's the economy, stupid. Oh, when he said that, he didn't mean to include you and me. That Chuck just gave it to you straight, pointed into the directions to where all this stuff came, from healthcare to railroads, tax policy, solutions, paying yesterday's spending with future equity. The man was a walking encyclopedia, but this book's still relevant, very relevant. Get it today at Amazon. Will We Ever Learn? And make a donation right now to forthepeopleshow.com so we can go ahead and get this campaign over with and the iPad into his hands. It will be such a blessing to be able to do this. We'll Facebook Live it, and if you're not there to see it live, we'll have it on our website and available anytime on our Facebook page to see the video of Chuck opening it and us showing him how to use it. But $389 to go. That's not a lot. We raised $410. The price is $799. And if you can make a donation today to take us over so we can win this, it's been it seems like, we just been fighting every day through the airwaves to pull on your heartstrings for a guy who really lived his life to help others and got screwed in the meantime. Does it sound familiar? Ever got hosed? You ever get screwed by somebody? It happens. Some of us get it worse than others, but we've gotten for the government, and Chuck blew the whistle, and he got burned for it. So, long story short, we're trying to bring a little light into his life, and we, instead of hearing screaming and yelling in a nursing home, hearing this. We can put headphones and an iPad in his hand where he can take his mind off all the craziness that's going on in the nursing home there, and allow him to start writing and start feeling productive even though he's bedridden. And technology can do that. It's amazing. We use it every day. Sometimes we take it for granted, but if you don't have it, you don't have anything to connect to you, especially when you can't get out of bed. You can't just simply walk to the bathroom. You can't go outside. You're bedridden for life. Wouldn't you want one of those? Think about that. And then go to forthepeopleshow.com and make a donation. Whatever you can do. God bless you for it. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you so much joining and tuning in. And I know it's been a long road for 2 weeks listening to some repeat programming, but I told you that I was committed from the beginning to making sure it was going to happen, and we'll continue. But we're so close. We can do this, folks. ForThePeopleShow.com is our website. I am Keith Allen. If you like the show, by the way, share the show. All the best. May God bless.